there's a common challenge with people that are deserving from a, a knowledge-based standpoint or a technical standpoint to get promotions or different opportunities. But for one reason or another, they keep getting passed over, right? You put all that hard work and you deliver results, and those promotions keep being out of reach. So in my own experience, but also what I share with clients, is it's essential to have candid conversations with your supervisors, right? Asking for feedback. Yes, you want to know what you're doing well, but also in areas that you can grow and improve. And then just making those adjustments over time, right? And that will make a big difference. And is also sharing with your supervisor, hey, here are my priorities this week. Here's what I'm really enjoying. I'm really enjoying this project. And why I really enjoy it is because I get to do, X, Y, Z. We assume that our managers just know what's going to be best for us, or know what's, the best next move for us. But, managers are humans just like we are, right? They have life outside of work, right? Where they have their own stressors, or they have multiple people that they're leading, or they have multiple deadlines that they're trying to tackle. So that's a big part of it. And I know, as you mentioned before, there's not every supervisor is going to be open to the conversation, but I have found, post-COVID days, in a sense, that there's a lot more willingness to have open and honest conversations, specifically as it revolves around employee well-being and career well-being. The other thing I found, a lot of people are shy about promoting themselves because they don't want to seem like they're bragging, but I would find a way to share your accomplishments in a way that's comfortable with you. So whether that's through regular updates with that supervisor, like in your meetings, or maybe like a weekly email about, at the end of the week, hey, here are my priorities at the beginning of the week, here's what has been accomplished, and here's some reports on what I still have going on for next week. But you want to make sure those contributions are visible. Also, how do they then benefit the company, or how do they benefit that project you're working on? And then I guess the third thing really is mentorship. When I was working at the investment management firm, as I mentioned before, they had a women's group, a women's leadership group, and you were paired up with other women in the organization. And I was paired up with another woman who had nothing to do with the funds that I was working on. Really, there was no way, in a large company, that we might ever have crossed paths or talked about, what we did in work. But because of this women's group, we both were able to, deliver a mentorship in a way that was really beneficial from an overall career development perspective, rather than just, hey, can you help me with the technical knowledge of my tax work, or about this technical knowledge about these funds and how they work. It was about how to pursue your professional pursuits, and they were there to provide guidance or sharing their own stories and so forth.